back. Day 145. I know I'm wearing the same thing I wore yesterday, but I'm getting gross. I started by putting the transmission pan on. I had to mess with the filter. The filter didn't want to sit up in there. Amazing. It just had a little different shape. Some of the tubes that run in and out of it kind of look like your oil pump tubes, and they kind of just weren't in the right spot. There's a little canister in your transmission that it was hitting, and I had to kind of bend a little flange back so they could sit against the casting on the other spot. So whatever, it's on there. It's alright. Tightened it down. Not too tight, just enough. Let's see. Also today, these transmission lines were running way up here, but since this radiator's different, someone had snipped it and snipped the lines and took the radiator, so I just bent these back. They should line up. I just need to get a flaring tool to flare these. This is a double flare ends. I need to get some fittings on there. Hopefully that should work without messing with it too much. It looks like it's away from the fan, which is good. If the fan shroud fits, what's going on? If the fan shroud doesn't fit, I'm going to have to figure something out. Basically what I had to do is move this over from here over here. The radiator's a little smaller. We'll see. I would like the fan shroud on there for sure, but whatever. If you guys remember my video from yesterday, I thought that had a better coating on it, but today I came out and the thing was totally rusted over, but it matches the truck, so I don't really care that much. If I really wanted to get crazy, I could go put my disgusting cap from my old master cylinder on there, and you probably wouldn't even notice that much. But this booster is from, I don't know, another truck, so it doesn't really match amazing, but it looks kind of rough enough. But these brake lines are next. I want to see. These don't have, from what I've read, they should have residual valves in there, but the newer master cylinders, the aftermarket ones, don't. So that becomes an issue. It basically holds some pressure in your lines against your brake springs on these drums. You know, your springs are pretty strong. So yeah, nothing's in there. So I gotta figure out. I don't know if they make some that just bolt on there. That'd be my favorite for sure if it just stays on here. And then measure my lines. I'm gonna unbolt. The front one runs into a T-fitting down here that you can't really see, and the other one runs over, hopefully, to a butt fitting and runs all the way to the back. Because you can go to the store and buy brake lines that are already double flared on front, both ends. Because flaring these sucks. You're about to see. I'll show you when I do the training line. I'm sure I'll mess up several times. They just don't flare very straight. Hopefully that residual valves sit right here. If not, I think you can run them farther down, even though they say run them as close to your master as you can. But I think you can run them a little farther down in your lines. We'll see. The ones I've seen are disgusting aluminum import looking valves, and I don't want that anywhere in here. So they'll be hidden if I have to run those. I think Dorman makes some other ones though. But that's what I'm working on today. I like to get these brake lines in. And I like to get those transmission lines in. I like to get fluid in there eventually. I figured out this pulley, which I'm pretty happy about, because I thought I was gonna have to take or this belt, so I thought I was gonna take that pulley off, but I just need to get the power steering belt off so I can run all that behind it and then do that and then hook it all up. So that's where we're at. I don't know what else is on my list today, but I keep saying I'm gonna pull this carburetor apart and I keep putting it off. So yesterday I was kind of lazy, I didn't do anything, so I'm gonna try to get more done today. I like to start cleaning up some wiring. I gotta see if my dad has a solder gun. We gotta solder some ends together. I saw 2 wires up under the dash that were unhooked, and they look like they go to my windshield wiper motors, but it looks like maybe just a mouse chewed through them and made a house out of them or something. And then there's some stupid wiring that was done from the dome light sensors in the doors. That was insane that someone had that on there. And then I gotta fix those. There's some wiring going to the cigar lighter. It's not that bad, but I want to fix it. And then hook up the wires going to the radio, which is kind of a pain because I think I'm gonna take that speaker out, which probably doesn't work anyway, but I might actually see, I don't know, everything that moves in this truck doesn't move. So that thing probably, the speaker probably doesn't move up and down. It's probably just gonna zonk out whenever I turn it on. But maybe I can get a replacement speaker. And the wiring, someone stole the radio or took it out or whatever they did, and so I know I should probably look at you guys instead of the traffic driving by, but someone ripped the wire. They ripped it real close to where it connects, so I'm going to see. I might have to solder it and put some shrink wrap on some things, and I don't know, a couple other details. I'm trying to think. I'm a little confused because there's a wire coming out of the dash, and I really think it runs to my brake light sensor, or I guess it'd be my warning sensor for my brakes. Your brake light switch is on your pedal, but this new Master, and I don't have a proportioning valve, doesn't have it, and I'm not that worried. I'm in an old truck, so if my brakes go out, you know, things are gonna get dangerous anyway, so I don't think I need a light to tell me I'm about to die. I think I already filmed this, but here's some of the stuff I pulled out of the truck when I first got it, when I was cleaning. You know, some shooters, some food, some a bunch of shotgun shells, tons of nails, a couple crappy wrenches. I'm gonna keep this stuff, but I'm gonna toss all that away. But a little gas cap, some keys, this little marketing magazine that I thought was cool. I thought it was some parts, but it wasn't. But all these are cool. I'm gonna keep all these little old receipts with the original owner's name on them. It's on the side of the truck too, which is kind of cool. So some old receipts. It's cool to see that power brake kit was $30. Installation was $5. So I would like that to happen again. And then a little ice scraper. So trying to clean up, trying to get ready to tear down this carburetor, but I want my table all clean before I start, so just cleaning up. I don't know what all I filmed yesterday, but I've got this alternator on, a little shiny for me, but I got these belts tight on, boosters on. I got my transmission lines flared. I just need to climb up underneath there. I did it in the dark last night, so I'm gonna climb up underneath there and bolt those up. I'm waiting on brake lines. I ordered some Willwood residual valves, but they're big aluminum chunks that I don't want out. So I'm gonna try to mount them lower. I know you're supposed to mount them pretty close to your master, but I don't even like this thing showing all nice. So I'm gonna see if I can mount it lower, down by the frame rail somewhere. So we'll see. So I'm gonna wait on the brake lines. I'm gonna try to pull these brake lines off. There's a T fitting for the front that's all stuck, and then there's another kind of like butt splice fitting. farther back here for the rear line. So, all right, I'm getting to the carb today finally. This is it. It's a quadrajet. I think I told you I didn't realize the quadrajet was different than the quadrajet. So hopefully I can get everything working. I'm going to pull it apart. Hopefully none of the springs break. I have this kit over here that I got from Cliff Ruggles. So I'm going to pull it apart. I'm going to put everything in the box in this area. That way I don't lose anything, hopefully. Hopefully there's no issues. I've never done a carb, but first time for everything, right? So we'll see. Hopefully I take it apart right. Hopefully I remember all the pieces. Basically I wrote down sections of parts. I'm going to keep all my linkage over here. If you can see this, these linkage pieces are I mean, that's my finger. Those linkage pieces are unbelievably small, so I'm trying not to lose anything. All these top screws are all the same. This is your stamp to let you know the casting number. This is a ridiculous little rubber piece that was on top of the accelerator pump, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I'm really confused on this. It almost looks like a needle and seat, but I'm not totally sure. I mean, I almost feel like maybe that is what it is right there, but maybe that's letting in extra air. I don't really know yet. Since this one's different, I'm not sure if all the parts are the same. So we'll see. I don't know why that's stuck in there. Alright, well, this is the bottom of the carburetor. I have it flipped upside down with a rag to try to not mess up the flutes underneath there. There's a giant screw through here. I had to get off 3 screws. And now this is coming off. So we'll see. Those like throttle blades look pretty stuck. So we'll see. Still working through everything, trying to figure out why things are stuck. Pretty clean. It's gross in there. So we'll see.